Okay, I'd like to call the Public Health and Safety meeting to order. Members are John Desher, Marty Barrington, Mel Olson, and Susan Sharks. We have one item on the agenda, and I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda. Okay, motion and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Okay, we have application for the Exchange Club for fireworks on July 4th. Any other discussion or comments? All those in favor signify by saying aye. 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 Opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carried. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned.
When you approve that in council, put that caveat that if the burn ban is on,
Burn. Okay.
that we wouldn't have it. So it is, but so I forgot to bring it up earlier. So call the Traffic Commission meeting to order, and I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Motion a second. Any additions or corrections? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion's carried. Reminder committee members are Jeff Smith, Dan Allen, Steve Rice, and Kevin McCardle. We have 4 requests tonight. They are all repeat requests. First request is Dakota Wesleyan requests a parade permit for the DW Blue and White Days Parade for Saturday, October 13, 2018, beginning at 10 a.m. until approximately 11 a.m. Parade route would begin on Main Street from 9th to 1st Avenue with the following streets blocked off. From 10th Avenue to Railroad Avenue for parade, as well as cars removed from the following streets with no parking beginning at 4:30 a.m. North Lawler Street from 7th to 9th Avenue, East 9th Avenue from Lawler to Main, and North Main Street from 9th Avenue to Railroad Avenue. In addition, Dakota Wesleyan requests to use the public parking lots between 9th and 7th Avenue located between Lawler and Kimball, also known as the Disco Lot. Again, for staging area, which would include no parking in this lot beginning at 4:30 a.m. until the conclusion of the parade.
Motion approved.
Motion, second. Who's the second? Motion by Dan, second by Kevin.
Yeah.
Any other discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion's carried. Second, the Corn Palace Stampede Rodeo Committee requests a parade permit for the rodeo parade scheduled for Saturday, July 21st, 2018, beginning at 10:30 a.m. In preparation for the parade, the Corn Palace Stampede Rodeo Committee requests that beginning at 4:30 a.m. no vehicles be allowed to park on either side of the streets along the parade route, as well as the areas on Main Street that are used to line up the parade entries. This would encompass the following: Main Street from 12th Avenue south to 1st, Raleigh Street 9th to 11th Avenue, east side of the street only, to include the 100 blocks of West 9th, 100 blocks of West 10th, and 100 block of West 11th. 1st Avenue east to Lawler Street, and Lawler Street from 1st Avenue north to 11th to include the 100 block east 9th, 100 block east 10th, 100 block east 11th. And then East 9th Avenue from the McTee parking lot to Main Street. Your motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Smith, second by Rice. Any further discussion? Any other input? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion's carried. Heart and Soul Cancer Walk Around Board of Directors would like to request that the City of Mitchell close West 8th Street from North Minnesota Street to North Iowa Street and Cadwell entrance to 8th Street on Friday, June 8th, 2018 from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. for the Cancer Walk Run event.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion.
Second.
Kevin, a second.
Yep.
Further discussion or any input? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion's carried. And last is Dave Epp requests a parade permit for the 6th Annual Neil Epp Memorial Poker Run. The event is on Saturday, June 30th, 2018 with a 12:30 p.m. start. The parade will begin at Clockworks, located at 915 South Kimball Street, and travel west on Havens to the west end of town.
Move to approve.
Motion
Second.
by Dan, second by Rice. Any further discussion or input? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion's carried. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We'll be in adjournment. Next meeting is set for Monday, June 18th.
Roll call.
Olson.
Here.
Rice.
Here.
Dosher. McCardle.
Here.
Barrington.
Here.
Allen.
Here.
Charks. Here. Smith.
Approval of the consent agenda. Items appearing on the consent agenda may be removed by a city council member for discussion at the beginning of the formal agenda items.
I just had a question. We're approving the West Nile grant and the West Nile, not the West Nile grant, but the prevention. But it seems, who do I talk to about this?
Be here, but
Okay, well, my question is, didn't we have leftover money last year because we didn't end up using it all, or leftover? Did we have product, or did we have?
they're using the money from last year for the actual chemical that they use for the weed spraying. This grant would be to apply for a vehicle,
Okay.
so it'd be a separate disbursement of funds.
So, will we get money for the chemical?
They
this year?
have that already this year due
Oh.
to the funds that they had last year.
So they have enough for this.
Yep.
Year. Okay.
They're asking for the vehicle this year.
Yeah, I just remembered that we didn't have many mosquitoes last year, which was refreshing. Do we want to talk about sales tax?
First and second penny sales tax through April is up 8.88% over the same period last year. And third penny sales tax is up 2.4% over the same period last year, which is through April. It has come down a little bit, probably more in line where it should be, but it's still a positive.
And we're heading into a peak season, which is always positive. So
Typically, when I've shown you in the past that percentage of the year collected, if you remember, the first quarter is usually, I think, 28% of the total sales tax that we receive for the year. So we're still to hit. We've received the biggest in the second half of the year, is where most of our sales tax is received.
move approval of the consent agenda.
Second.
Any public comment?
I've got one just comment on item F, the set date for the new malt beverage licenses. Just one thing that I want the council to start thinking about for the hearings in a couple weeks on all those. There's several of those licenses that, due to their zoning, would only be able to do off sale, but there's also a couple other businesses that say they're only interested in doing off sale. Some discussion with the state and with the South Dakota Municipal League, they've suggested that the council can issue those licenses for only off sale if they want to try that. That's not a tested solution, but it's something that can be considered if there's any particular location that you're particularly concerned about, or if like I said, one of them is requesting to only have off sale. So just something to think about.
Is there any other comments? Public comment? Not roll call, please.
Olson.
Aye.
Rice.
Aye.
Dosher. McCardle.
Aye.
Barrington. Allen.
Aye.
Charks.
Aye.
Smith.
Aye.
Citizens input. If you need to address the mayor and members of the city council on an item that was not on the agenda, excluding personnel items, please come forward to the podium and state your name and your concern. Presentations are limited to 3 minutes. Items will be considered, but no action will be taken at this time.
I just have one item. We'd like to invite the council, if you would like to, after the meeting, go out into the plaza, and Scott's got the new program ready for the lights in the plaza. So if you want to see the dimmers before, what the lights look like before and what they look like now, as well as the south murals lit up with the new lights. I don't know if it'll be dark enough. Depends on how late your meeting goes. So we'll see.
I have one too. May 12th, we could go last Saturday. I went for a 7-hour ride with the police department around town to see what they do, and I found out they do more than write tickets when you park in the mayor's spot. That happened to me. They do a very good job. I was impressed with everything they did, and I think it'd be good if everybody drove with them. It was fun. No action though. No, they said for a Saturday night, it was their slowest Saturday night they've ever been on.
That's what we want.
That's what I said.
That's what they said.
So the minute should hire me. But it was educational, and I enjoyed it.
I would just like to remind you of the Veterans Park dedication this coming Saturday. The city band will start playing at 10:30, and then the program will start at 11 a.m.
Anyone else? If not, then we'll move into the committee reports. First one is the Public Health and Safety.
Public Health and Safety met at 6 o'clock. We had one item on the agenda, approval of the fireworks display on July 4th out at the lake. It was approved on voice vote, and the comment to make sure we need to pay attention if there is a burn ban, might be other repercussions to that. So that was the only item, and we started at 6 o'clock and we're done at 6:02.
Motion to approve. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next is the Traffic Commission report.
Since the entire council is just here to hear it all, do you want me to read both full pages of it again, or can we take a motion to approve it as, you know? If not, I can go through it.
I'll move to approve all the parades.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next is the hearings. First one is on the application of the Corn Palace Shrine Club for a special event liquor license on June 2nd, 2018 for a wedding dance.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is on the application to transfer retail on-sale liquor license RL-5761 from Bates Enterprise LLC, doing business as Big Dummies / Longhorn Bar, 108-112 North Main, Mitchell, South Dakota, to Bates Enterprise LLC, doing business as Big Dummies / Longhorn Bar, 108-112 North Main, Mitchell, South Dakota, due to configuration of liquor license.
Move to approve. Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next is on the application to transfer retail on-sale liquor license RL-5764 from Bates Enterprise LLC, doing business as Brew Parlor, 400 North Main Street, Suite 210, Mitchell, South Dakota, to Bates Enterprise LLC, doing business as Brew Parlor, 108 North Main, Suite A, Mitchell, South Dakota.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is on the application to transfer retail on-sale liquor license RL-5766 from RR Enterprises Incorporated, doing business as Sneakers Peanut Bar, 1514 North Sanborn Boulevard, Suite A, Mitchell, South Dakota, to MG Oil Company, doing business as Village Bowl, 1500 North Duff, Suite A, Mitchell, South Dakota.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Next is on the application to transfer retail on-sale wine license RW-23600 from RR Enterprises Incorporated, doing business as Village Casino, 1500 North Duff, Suite E, Mitchell, South Dakota, to MG Oil Company, doing business as Village Bowl, 1500 North Street A, Mitchell, South Dakota. License is inactive.
Move to approve. Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is on the application to transfer retail on-sale wine license RW-6464 from RR Enterprises Incorporated, doing business as Village Bowl Spare Change Casino, 1500 North Duff, Suite C, Mitchell, South Dakota, to MG Oil Company, doing business as Village Bowl 3, 1500 North Duff, Mitchell, South Dakota.
Motion approved. Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is on the application to transfer retail on-off sale malt beverage license number RB-23601 from RR Enterprises Incorporated, doing business as Lucky Lady 2, 1500 North Dove, Suite 3, Mitchell, South Dakota, to MG Oil Company, doing business as Village Bowl 5 at 1500 North Dove, Suite E, Mitchell.
Move to approve. Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is on the application to transfer retail on-off sale malt beverage license RB-2844 from RR Enterprises Incorporated, doing business as Lucky Lady Casino, 1500 North Duff, Suite D, Mitchell, South Dakota, to MG Oil Company, doing business as Village Bowl 4, 1500 North Duff, Mitchell, South Dakota.
Move to approve.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. On the application to transfer retail on-off sale malt liquor license RB-2828 from RR Enterprises Incorporated, doing business as Village Bowl in Large Spare Change Casino, 1500 North Duff, Mitchell, South Dakota, to MG Oil Company, doing business as Village Bowl 2, 1500 North Duff, Mitchell, South Dakota.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is action to approve applications for renewal of malt beverage licenses.
Lyndon, any problems?
Nope, none that we're aware of.
Move to approve. Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Entertaining motion for the City Council to recess and sit as the Board of Adjustment.
So moved. Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Action to set the date for Board of Adjustment hearing for June 4, 2018. Radke Construction is requesting an oversized variance of 4,000 versus 2,000 square feet as required, in a height variance of 24 feet versus 22 feet as required at their property located in 2004 block of West 5th Avenue, legally described as the 84 foot of the north 100 feet of irregular track number 9 and the west 16 feet of the north 100 feet of vacated Dupree Street, abutting and lying south of West 5th Avenue in abutting irregular track number 9, Davidson County, South Dakota. The said real property is zoned I-4, high density residential district.
Set the date.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Hearing on Danielle Bolge, 508 East 12th Avenue, Mitchell, South Dakota. Danielle Bolge has applied for a conditional use permit to operate a family residential child care center in her home located at 508 East 12th Avenue, legally described as Lot 5, Block 1, Shepherd's Addition, City of Mitchell, Davidson County, South Dakota. The property is zoned R2, Single Family Residential District.
The Planning Commission held a hearing on this request, and they have unanimously recommended approval with two conditions. One is that the permit is non-transferable, and two, if she ceases to operate for a period of 6 months or longer, then a new application will be required. She did pass a fire inspection, and
Move to approve with the conditions.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Same sign. Motion carries. Hearing on Joseph and Heidi Geppert, 700 East 2nd Avenue, Mitchell, South Dakota. Joseph and Heidi Geppert have applied for a side yard on a corner variance of 18 feet versus 20 feet as required, and a side yard variance of 2 feet 6 inches versus 3 feet as required for construction of a detached garage at their home located at 700 East 2nd Avenue, legally described as Lot 7, Block 16, FM Green Edition, City of Mitchell, Davidson County, South Dakota. The property is R2, Single Family Residential District.
It's also the Planning Commission held a hearing on this at their last regular meeting and did unanimously recommend approval. Just as you can see in the aerial, that with the white structure has now been removed, and my understanding is that he wishes to place it back, build a new garage and replace that, and it's actually going to be 1 foot back further than the existing one was. So, and again, the Planning Commission did recommend approval of this. There was no objection.
Motion to approve.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Entertaining motion for the Board of Adjustment to adjourn in the City Council to reconvene in regular session.
So moved.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Action on Resolution R 2018-22, a plat of Lot 9, Block 3 of the Woods First Edition, a subdivision of the east 1/2 of the southwest 1/4 of Section 23, Key 103 North, R60 West of the 5th PM, City of Mitchell, Davidson County, South Dakota.
This plat was submitted to the Planning Commission, and they did recommend approval. This is out in the, obviously in the woods section, where you can kind of see where the yellow letters are.
Move to approve. Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Are we pretty close to having that all platted?
Getting there. It's pretty close. Yeah.
Action on Resolution R 2018-23, a plat of lots 1 and 2 of AJB subdivision in the northeast quarter of Section 12, T103 North, R60 West of the 5th PM, Davidson County, South Dakota.
This plat was also presented to the Planning Commission, and they did also recommend approval. This is outside our zoning jurisdiction, but it's within 3 miles. It actually butts right up against the Hanson County line. And my understanding is the county has reviewed this, and so it's just that's statutory requirement that if it's within 3 miles of the city limits. So.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Action on Resolution R 2018-24, a plat of lots 1 and 2 of Gold Steel Addition, an addition to the northeast quarter, northeast 1/4 of Section 23, T 103 North, R60 West of the 5th PM, Davidson County, South Dakota.
This too was presented to the Planning Commission, and they did recommend approval. This is just outside, just north of the Wild Oak subdivision, kind of past the Long's property, right along that area. Basically, they're subdividing it into 2 parcels.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is the action on Resolution R 2018-25, a plat of lots 1 and 2 in the replat of Track E, Wild Oak Golf Club Addition to the City of Mitchell, Davidson County, South Dakota.
This too is presented to the Planning Commission, and they do recommend approval. This is in the Wild Oak subdivision.
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next is the first reading on ordinance number 2018-05, creating Business Improvement District number 3.
All right, well, I'll just start things off by letting you know where the opposition numbers ended up from the last 2 weeks here. The final number ended up at 42.09% opposed. So the City Council can proceed on the creation of bid number 3 if that's the way they want to proceed.
And am I correct that there was no response, that was a no?
That was a yes.
Yeah, if a no response would have been, I guess, viewed.
They didn't reply.
Right, if there was no response at all, basically that would have worked as a yes. The state law requires people that are opposed to establish the burden of showing that there's a majority. So that's just kind of the way the chips fall.
Well, one of the things that we did find out was that if they didn't submit a written response this time, then it would revert to any written signature that they had given previously. So let's say that they had said yes before, well, that may not, yeah, and then they didn't send in their paper, then they would still be a yes, and it would be the same way if they didn't send it in and they were a no. So they really, if they flipped, it was really important for them to send something in.
Do you have good response back from the people?
Yeah, we actually did hear back from most of the property owners with this new response form, even with the short, timeline that we had to deal with. And I would say between that and the petition that was presented last time, that would definitely count for the vast majority of the properties. There were still some that didn't give a response on either, so.
I'll move to put ordinance 2018-05 on first reading.
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I'm going to abstain.
Motion carries. The gentleman wants to speak?
Can I pose a question
Sure.
about this? Hi, Stephen Larson. Question on the vote and who responded. Since that was initiated by the city, are the yes and no answers going to be made public as to who answered which way, so we can better support the businesses who were willing to invest in Main Street?
I guess we'll have to evaluate that for a public records request.
Okay.
If you could send me an email with exactly what you're looking for, we can respond to it that way.
Absolutely. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Yep, I think we didn't initiate this. We just had competing petitions and so had to referee. I don't think that this would be a public record. This is a confirmation, but
I guess I'm going to have to do a little bit of research into it. I think it's probably going to be a novel situation, but we didn't initiate the petition that was presented last time, but we did send out a letter asking for a response. So I guess I'm going to have to look into whether those individual responses are subject to public records request or if it's just the total percentage that were opposed.
so if we had accepted either one of the petitions last time, those wouldn't have been a public record.
The petition as it was presented last time?
Right. So Jeff Logan and his crowd came up and said we have a petition, and we accepted it. Those signatures would not have been a public record because we accepted it. Or the gentleman, I forget his name, who came up with the antis, if we would have accepted that, those signatures wouldn't have been a public record because we accepted it. Would they?
I guess I don't really want to, I don't want to give a response on that off the top of my head.
I just want to note we've gotten several people saying that the audio is not working. I did just go check it. It's working on YouTube. So if you're getting messages, I know they're sending quite a few that if it's cable, it's got to be something with theirs. So.
Well, I think a lot of us have been voting without the microphones on. But the reason I ask is we've approved an awful lot of bids. And if every time we approve a bid with signatures, it should have been a public record, we've got some homework to do.
Well, I guess there's not necessarily an affirmative duty to put that information out there, but there is a duty to respond to a request for that information.
Any other comments? If not, we'll move on to the next item on the agenda, which is the first reading on ordinance number 02018-06, amending Mitchell City Code Section 5-6-1, fireworks.
I move approval of ordinance 2018-06 on first reading.
Now, just to be clear, we've got the old version, and then we've got an alternate version with some changes from the comments that came from the last meeting. So
The alternate version.
there we go.
Second.
Is it a second?
Yes.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
No.
Motion carries. Entertaining motion to enter into executive session in accordance with South Dakota Codified Law 1-25-
We're not going to finish our last item.
Oh, done this one. Back up. First reading of ordinance number 2018-07 at the City of Mitchell Municipal Code, Title 10, Article C, Urban Development District 10-8C-3, conditional uses be amended.
Okay, the Planning Commission did hold a formal hearing on this request to amend the zoning code. On the staff report, you would see those are the three definitions. I just cut and pasted from the zoning code the definitions of what the three proposed conditional uses would be in the urban development district. The urban development district is primarily the area outside the city limits, but just kind of on the outskirts of our extraterritorial. It's primarily residential, agricultural, and some commercials that's in there. And so the Planning Commission did get a request for this in the urban development district, and they kind of, if you look back in past minutes, you could kind of see this came up a few times. So this was kind of the recommendation, is that these types of activities should be a conditional use. So at least it should be go through the hearing process and notice to the neighbors and things of that nature. So this is their recommendation.
Okay, I've got one question, and when I saw this and then noticed, so if I'm driving on Ullman, just west of Big Dog Concrete there's a bunch of storage places, and behind one of those storage places is a fence with a bunch of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that have a camper and a boat and other stuff parked there. This is to address that type of...
Right, in the urban development district. That's what the outside
commercial
where it
storage?
talks about that doesn't necessarily have a roof on it.
Right.
That's
okay.
the difference. But those ones are a different zoning, but that's kind of the same concept. Okay. One of these, what they did is it kind of threw all three of them together. One is the self-storage means they have more individual type units, versus an outside one without the outside commercial storage is one without a roof, and the other one has a roof on it. So, or a combination. Sometimes, like that one that you're referring to, is both.
Well,
right. So that's kind of what this is for.
Well, I think the Planning Commission really does an excellent job and a service to the community. And if they think this is a good idea, I'm going to move to put it on first reading.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now I will entertain a motion to enter into executive session in accordance with South Dakota Codified Law 1-25-2, parentheses 3, contractual-legal. Okay, I declare that we're out of executive session. We are out of executive session, and the next thing on the agenda is action on resolution R2018-21, declaring a nuisance at 301 North Main.
I think the resolution kind of speaks for itself on this issue. Obviously, it's something that's got a lot of public attention over the last number of months. I think everybody's kind of aware of the situation there. So if there's any specific questions or public commentary, I'd open it up for that.
I just wanted to confirm the timeline we've been dealing with this. So it was last June, July that the structure first came into question and the street was closed. Approximately, July 1st, July.
I believe it was late June when the small hole first appeared on that wall. And then I can't remember how long after that we closed the street, but it would have been within a week or so,
July,
I believe.
approximately
July for sure.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to move that we declare 301 North Main a nuisance.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Next thing on the agenda is a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.
Me. I didn't. Oh. Later. Oh.
What are we thinking?
There's nothing to see tonight, right?
You can drive by if you want to, but